Hello, hi, hello, blam, 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 blam. I didn't even count us in today. That's where we're at. It's me. Hello, hi, I'm Claire. Uh, Welcome to my channel. I don't know. We're here again. It's me, Claire, with my very dear friends Corson and Katie. We will be playing Chapter 3 of Wickedness by M. Veselak. This Chapter 3 is called Trials, though we will be finishing out Chapter 2, addressing the challenges that our inevitable fates have presented themselves to us. Up next on the channel, we'll be back next Sunday with a new short form game. TBD. Yeah, we have not picked a game for next Sunday. And then not this Thursday, but next Thursday, I'll be doing an 8-hour charity stream for my birthday. From 1 p.m. Central to 9 p.m. Central Time. I will be here. You may see some familiar faces at various times. We have a bunch of different milestones. We'll be raising money for Brave Space Alliance in Chicago, which is a really great organization. And I believe when we hit $400, Corson's gonna come on the stream and sing us some music, sing us some songs.
Whoa. Hopefully it happens after I'm off work. That would probably be optimal.
If it happens and you're not off work, we will arrange a time for later in the evening for you to hop on. Yeah. So like the milestones are great because they're kind of every other one is like a thing that will happen right now today versus like a thing that will happen in the future. So like one of them is like, oh, we'll do a Jackbox community game night. And then one of them is Corson will do a concert. One of them is like Claire will call her mom right now. And one of them is like, we'll do a one shot with fan made characters. And then we have like a Joyce concert. And then I have a double super secret stretch goal if we hit $1,000, which is like probably not going to happen. So I'm not going to reveal that unless we hit 750. But it's good. It's really good. It's my personal nightmare, but Danny assures me it's a really good stretch goal. So,
is it shaving your head?
It is not. It is not. No, it is something.
That's what I would make the stretch goal in my charity stream.
It is not hula hooping. Joyce is the one who hates hula hooping. But Joyce said if we get 1,000 followers, she'll hula hoop. So that's not. That feels like far in the future. I lost a follower, which is devastating. So shout out to you. I'm sorry. But anyway. The only reason I noticed this because I was getting ready for this birthday stream and I was like, oh, that's nice. What a nice number. Oh, no, never mind. But anyway, Chapter 3.
I need a $1,500 reward. I'll come on and do some karaoke.
Oh, I thought you were going to say stand-up. I don't know why I thought you were going to say stand-up. I would love to have you do some stand-up.
$1,500.
Okay, that's in print.
I'm inviting myself.
That's in print.
Event.
Yeah, if we double the goal, Katie will come on and what was it? Was it stand up or karaoke?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So you heard it here first. The double secret stretch goal is if we get double the goal, Katie's gonna come to her type 5.
You gotta cap it at $14.99.99.
My secret stretch goal is just at 1,000, so Katie's even pricier for.
Katie's pushing the diehards.
Amazing, but yeah, so I hope to see you there. It's also my birthday, so like if you know me and you come through, whether on the internet or in real life or whatever, for my birthday, I like to give toasts to the people that I care about. So when you come through the chat for the first time that day, let me know. And I will probably give a toast to you because that's kind of my birthday vibe. And last year we did it in a Zoom where I made all my friends listen to me toast all the other ones in a Zoom. And this year I think it's even more fun to go more wide on the internet with
it has to be publicly on the internet.
Well, because now we can't stand in your living room while I talk about everyone that I love because that was what we did for the 2 years before that. So instead, then I did it in a Zoom and now I'm going to do it on Twitch. I love birthdays. All right, so you may remember Eugenia, Gigi, and Lilia have already been through quite a bit. We've made friends, we've lost friends, we've created drama, we've broken up a celebrity couple, We've had parties. We've stopped having parties. We've restarted having parties again, I think, maybe.
We made you have a party.
Yes.
We conned you into a party.
Yeah.
Yes. We've asked one another many questions, and we have been through many challenges. We sit with our wisdom cards that we have not yet used to solve our problems near us, except for me. Corson has mine. But we are here to continue to find out what the world has in store for this coven. Our inevitable fates are here to offer us a twist at the end of chapter 2. So, first up, we will have us each flip the first card of our inevitable fate, starting with the holder of the sun. Who was the sun?
I think that's me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know which is the first one.
Do you want to check? Here, I'll check the thing.
Yeah,
really
what are the
quick.
options?
Well, actually,
I think I did it right.
Yeah, I think you did it right.
I think it's the bottom card is the first one.
Okay, hang on.
The first one I dealt face down. That makes sense.
Where does it say these cards?
But if you dealt them face down, then you should just flip it face up. So the third one should be face up, right?
But so the first one I dealt, right?
Yeah.
Is the one on the bottom of the deck because I
Okay.
dealt them face down on top of each other.
Right, but I would assume the writing
Yes, it said
would
on
account
top
for
of the
that,
previous
right?
one.
Okay, so
Because they told you how to deal it. Right?
Okay.
And we've kept them stacked. So then
it's either going to be the top one or the bottom one. But
Okay.
what are the options? Because I did look, but I
don't know
won't tell you.
I
what.
don't know what the first ones versus the last one
hang
look
on.
like. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess
The
I
one
don't
on
know
the
what
top should be one of 4, whereas the one on the bottom should be one of 3.
Does it say what the list
Wait,
of
let me look at
options
the
is
bottom.
though?
only
the
for the
bottom.
middle, which is not helpful.
Okay, it's gonna be the this last.
I think you dealt it the right way. I think you just flip
You
whichever
drop
card's on the top.
Yeah, you dealt them on top of each other.
Yes.
The one on the bottom is the first one listed.
The first one that I dealt.
It's the first one that you dealt. So the one on the top is the one that we're looking at.
Okay.
So
Right?
I'm drawing that one.
You're picking it up.
Yeah, you're flipping it over.
At it, doing instructions.
Relatable.
That's all right. We're all here. This is our first playthrough of this game. We have so far really enjoyed it. So I think we're gonna be okay.
Yeah. Agree.
Let me grab. All right, what do we got?
Okay, so from the first card I have is the anchor.
Okay, so then we're looking at that in the inevitable fates.
In the interpretation
guide.
Where is that again?
Wait, what is the anchor?
Oh, is it something different?
It probably is. Let me see. Emperor.
Okay.
Maybe we should have played this with the Rider-Waite deck, but I like this deck. So.
It's so pretty. Wait.
Oh, here I got
my
it.
God.
It's page 114 of the PDF.
Bless me.
Or 115 of the book, I think.
Okay. Oh, okay, I read it wrong.
Okay.
Okay, so what does the stuff before it mean? I don't know.
I was looking at all the uprisings and stuff and I was confused. And then I didn't realize that a couple pages later was all the inevitable fates. Katie, do you want to read it or do you want one of us to read it to you? Oh, you should read it actually. Has asked me.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So this is the Emperor, correct?
Yes.
Okay. One of the kingdom's leaders has half invited, half commanded me to come to the palace and serve as court magician. The position comes with prestige and influence, but will require me to be away from the sanctuary and coven, often for long periods. If I agree to take up the position, I'll strike either myself or my friends from the second line of my sources and claim the card beneath this one as an extension of my power. I'll also keep the Emperor Arcana, which I can use in place of wisdom to solve any one coins or swords challenge with my influence at court. If I do, I'll put the Emperor back in the box. Okay.
Wow.
So they want me to be a court magician.
What is that, like a jester?
I know, that's what I was thinking.
No, that means like I think that probably means Lieutenant Darius has approached you, right? Like,
is he the good one or the fake one?
Well, what was the name of our friend? Our friend Peter Downing was our friend, but we've struck him because we broke him and his girlfriend,
Rue,
his fake girlfriend.
right. Mila Rue.
Mila, yeah, I think. And so I almost do wonder if he like suggested this knowing that it would upset Lilia, but Darius was actually excited about it, about the idea of having a court magician, like. But I also
think it's like healer is kind of OP, gotta say.
Yeah, like an advisor healer sort of vibe.
Ooh. This is a very conflicting choice because the thing is I know how this would go down. They would command me to do that, and I would be like, oh, but my gardens that I've put my heart and soul into, and they would be like, you'll have better ones at the palace. You know, that classic conflict of what is better.
Yeah.
So I think that's going on. I think I would consult with you guys. Cause that's a big decision, and I am but a youngster.
I wonder. I mean, I think this is one of those things where, like, Eugenia would probably tell you that you have to make the decision yourself. Because only you can decide how you want your future to go, right? Which is interesting with her future readings and things. But I think this is one of those moments where she is sort of withholding, right?
Gigi would tell you not to take it and hope that, like, much like a coin flip, having a decisive answer makes you realize what your instinct is.
So you just tell me not to take it?
No. Yeah, don't take it.
Don't take it?
Yeah,
Why?
And then how'd you react when I said that?
I don't know. I don't want to leave here.
So were you happy or were you upset that I said that?
I was obviously... Well, I don't know.
Trust your instincts. Your instinct is the whole point.
I don't want to move out of here.
That is true. You have really kind of set your stuff all over the place.
I know.
So no one has said that you have to move. You just need to do what's right for you.
You want to flip a coin?
No.
Okay.
No.
Fine.
I can't do that. Ooh, so if I accept it...
How do you feel about prestige and influence?
I don't really care.
And how do you feel about leaving us for long periods of time? And by us, I really mean the sanctuary, because
I don't want to do that either. I think I don't want to do that.
All right.
I think I can forge my own path, and I don't need this royal man to keep me on retainer.
And if you want to help, you can do it on your own terms.
Yeah, they can freelance me. Please. I don't need to be a resident. Come on.
I like this fire in you, Lilia. Here. This is good. This is good.
Yeah. That's what my pure little heart is telling me. So
incredible.
I'm not taking it. So what happens now?
So I think this might be a typo. I think it's if you don't take up the position, you put the emperor back in the box.
Oh, really?
Right?
Oh, that's just if she keeps the Emperor card to solve a problem with it later. When she solves the problem, it goes back in the box. But I think if you say no, you put if you turn down Fate's offer, we'll put the card you drew and the one beneath it back in the box.
Ooh, so you don't get any magic.
You don't get any additional magic. Your life stays as is. It's like the Sims option where you do one thing and your job changes and you get famous, or your life stays the same, unchanged. Next is the moon.
Oh, I feel like I should have changed it. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well.
But you did what she would do. And like that's the right, because like she doesn't know she's gonna get more different magic powers, right?
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. And that is how I roll.
And it feels like being a court healer would actually end up meaning that the people in the town wouldn't get the healing attention because it would be reserved for the nobles.
Yeah, they would be.
Which feels, again, antithetical to you
as
a person.
There are people who are going to help heal the nobles no matter what. But when I have a rando
when you have Davis knocking down your door,
needs assistance.
When Davis has accidentally scorched her own finger.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, whatever. I'm at peace. I'm at peace with my decision.
Incredible.
All right. Oh, I'm too warm.
The moon. Is that me?
That's you.
Will you please flip the top card in my deck for me?
Oh, who is
the Hermit?
The Hermit.
Oh no.
Oh no, is it bad?
Oh god.
I have an opportunity to learn about the very nature of magic itself, but it will require uninterrupted concentration and study, possibly for years. If I can bear to leave my coven mates behind for that long, I will strike my friends from the second line of my sources, draw 2 wisdom cards of my choice from the discard pile, and claim the card beneath this one as an extension of my power.
That makes part 3 an epistolary novel.
The scary thing about this is this would not only strike my friends because I've already struck them. This would blacken it.
Oh shoot.
You know what's crazy? Like I'm struggling a little bit with like, is Claire metagaming or is this actually what I think? But let me, if the timeline of this opportunity comes on the heels of what we've just gone through, and I'm specifically thinking about honestly what Gigi has just gone through with your partner and sneaking out and them and finally having a moment where the two of us like actually got on and saw one another for who they are. Like I think that makes it a lot harder for her to leave because we're in a good place. Like I think it really depends on where they are. But it's also like magic is like, but she also has this whole thing about like she looks into the future but she doesn't really try to impact it that much.
Yeah, her magic is very like chance based.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could absolutely see Eugenia taking this opportunity.
I think she leaves. Yeah, I think what it is though is I think after this thing that has happened, right? Where I think, and we can like have the role play moment as at the end of this we all get to decide one question of that list that we ask each person. I think I think she wants to know about magic. I think she wants protect the people around her, and she wants to know how. I think she's a little tired of just seeing the future, and she wants to be able to change it more handedly. And with all of the growth that she's like witnessed in Gigi and Lilia, she wants to like do something about it. And she figures life is long and she'll come back to the sanctuary in a few years and be able to like make a difference, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Right after I decided to stay.
But by doing this, oh God, get my pen out.
Sorry, I didn't mean to play footsie with
Okay.
you.
I was like, that was weird.
I just needed to stretch my leg.
I'm going to be replacing my friends, blackening it, and placing it as puppets. Is
You
the
fight for
Oh.
puppets?
I see the
Interesting.
value. I see the value in myself, puppets, and the company of others now.
Oh, I thought it was everyone had I fight for. So I have I fight for is my second thing.
No,
Damn. Okay.
Holy shit. Yeah, because mine is I have love for blank.
Oh. Wait, you would
I
have had
think-
to blacken myself or my friends? Oh God.
It would have been myself.
Because I think so much has led her to this point of being of manipulating people at these parties, loving gossip, all these other things that she's like, okay, it's my time to go study the future and figure out how to change it. Please draw 2 cards for me from the wisdom discard pile and let me know what they are to add to my little pile here.
From the wisdom ones we spent?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna shuffle them and then I'll have Katie draw them.
Okay. Oh, I got a thumb cramp. Awful time for a finger cramp.
Eugenia is old. She's giving you that cramp in spirit.
My thumb hurts really bad.
She's
right
not
now.
actually
Oh,
that
no.
old. She's just an old soul.
Oh, I picked good cards for you. You've got the 10 of Wands. The 10 of
Ooh.
Wands. I keep forgetting we have a beautiful camera set up.
Amazing.
And the Conqueror of Cups.
Ooh, you did pick good ones.
Is Conqueror
That means those are ones we don't have to face.
12? What number is Conqueror?
Conqueror is 13, I think.
Holy shit. Okay.
Wait, Conqueror. Let me make sure. No, Conqueror is whatever a queen is.
12.
Oh
Right?
no, Conqueror. Just kidding. Conqueror is whatever Conqueror's 11. I'm a
Okay.
dummy.
Do you have a pile going for
Claire? Yeah. These just go in your normal wisdom pile.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow. Big money.
Okay, so then will you do me the honor of flipping over the second card in my pile?
Oh, fuck.
The pillar, which I believe is
The Pillar.
the Empress.
Wow.
Choose between earth magic and celebration magic. I think
Oh my God.
I think Eugenia gets to have even better parties when she returns. I think there's something really interesting to me about going off and getting celebratory magic as you leave everyone you care about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Where is that in the handbook?
It's in the troubles, in the offers. You get to choose
Oh.
between 2 new types of as your power evolves.
Got it. Gotcha.
Gotcha. All right.
Celebration
last-
magic is iconic.
Yeah.
Oh God, she throws herself like another funeral and disappears at the end of it. All right. Last but not least, the star.
Let's go, Star.
Okay, here's the top card. The Lovers.
Oh.
Ooh!
Now that
Oh my God.
that is what we call poetry.
Oh my God.
Okay. An admirer, the player to my left will tell me whom, has been hinting that they would like to start a family with me. The domestic, strictly mortal kind of family, which can't be built in a sanctuary of magic forever on the brink of crisis. If this is something I want, I'll strike a resource, friend, or wonder from the sanctuary, then add my family to the second line of my sources. If I do, I'll claim the card beneath this one as an extension of my power.
Oh my god. I don't know who the player to your left is, but if it's either Claire or
Which it is.
I think, well, yeah. I think there's
It's V, right? It's V.
yeah, an obvious choice for who.
It's Davis. Just kidding.
I'm
It's
not
Davis.
throwing you a curveball.
No, I think it has to be V.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I don't have any interest in family domestic life.
Oh, all right.
And you don't have to.
So I think we're holding down the fort, bestie.
All right.
I think we're holding down the fort.
You mean the toad.
And I don't take my second card.
Holy fuck. I want to know what they were.
Yeah, you want to know what they were?
Yeah, could you tell
Okay.
me? I don't know if this is
Mine
sacrilege.
was temperance
Okay.
that I didn't take.
So you would have got.
That would have been balance or water magic.
Oh, okay.
And yours was the Hierophant.
Oh,
Key or fire magic.
wow.
I think, here's the thing. I think that makes sense. I think neither of those magics would have tracked for us.
Yeah.
Although, had I chosen to start a family, extending my power with either balance or water might have made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if I went to court, I would probably learn fire because I would burn the fucking place up.
Hello?
Now I'm taking over.
Hello?
Now Lily is gone.
I was gonna say Lilia, I feel like would have learned key magic if she went to the palace to be like, I'm gonna build a secret garden, bitches.
Yes.
But
She
okay.
Like the physical keys.
Oh, cool.
Like KEY.
Finally.
So yeah, you definitely would have learned that. I would personally learn fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Each of us will ask one of these questions of each of the others, starting with the
We
sun.
don't flip the last card?
Not yet. That's the end of the game.
Oh,
the
shit.
End.
Okay. Sorry.
That's later. So we will each choose one of these questions to ask the other two people. Do you guys need me to read the questions, or do you have them before you? They're on the offers page.
Where is the offers page?
Just before chapter 3.
Okay. Sorry, I was way down in the deepest pits
In the
of hell.
depths of the interpretation guide.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
The sun goes
Okay.
first.
And we ask one to each other person.
Yes, ask one of these questions of each of the others.
Okay.
So I think you can either ask the same question to both persons or switch it up and ask a different one for each person.
All right. I want to ask, I would totally ask you, Jenia, are you ever coming back to us?
I hope so.
You hope so?
I hope so.
Is there like a time frame?
When I know.
When you know what?
Oh,
Everything?
she's already getting in the poetic
Oh.
side of things.
Oh my God.
When I know what I need to know.
Philosophy is a curse.
And
when I know what I need to know, or when I see what I need to see, I will come back.
Okay.
I think she kisses you on the head.
I run over and I grab your leg like an infant.
Child of the mall.
Yeah, I do actually think Eugenia is tall. Like, I do feel like she has that, like, tall, sort of slouched quality.
Oh my god.
So I ask you now? Or we're just kind of playing fast and
do we
loose?
go like 1-1-1 and then like
It's
back?
supposed to be the sun goes first, then
okay.
the moon,
then the moon
the
is
star.
Okay.
The moon is me. Oh, are we gonna go one each and then one each?
I don't know.
Oh,
Katie, do you have both of yours, or do you want some time?
Well, I'm gonna ask Gigi if we're holding you back.
It would have to be something that I wanted more than I want this to hold me back. It's not.
Okay, so it's not like on us that like.
I have a family. I don't need to go live in a log cabin in the woods and start one. I've got one.
Oh wow, that's cool.
That, just to be really above the board here, that's you.
Oh my god. No way.
Just like to be really like out in the open.
No way.
Okay. Just to throw it out there.
Oh my god. I run over to your leg now.
I fully accept you hanging on my
I'm
leg.
sitting
like
on
a
the
child
ground
in the
between
mall.
both of you, and I have one arm.
We all
on
like
each.
this is a morning where we all came with like big news to discuss.
Yeah.
Um
Seriously. Oh my god.
I think I also absolutely told you all after the fact. Like I had made my call and then came back and was like, yeah, so V asked me to marry her and I said no.
Oh my god.
Gigi, was it an easy choice to make?
Yeah. Like I said, it'd have to be something that was more than what I had. And I don't think that I have little right now.
Lilia,
Mm-hmm.
how can you just give up so much?
I don't understand what I'm giving up because everything I've put work into is here. So I feel like I would be giving up so much if I just completely like had to uproot it all and move it and me, and I really don't see what I'm giving up. So sorry.
Yeah, Eugenia, I could
You
ask,
didn't tell me to take it.
I could ask the same question of you. How can you give up so much?
I hope that I'm not giving up anything.
Is this really what you want?
Who?
You.
Me? Yeah. I think
Okay, great.
I think so.
I got champagne for a housewarming round 2 later.
Oh my
We'll have to toast to the empty space that Eugenia leaves behind.
Oh, pour one out on the ground. Oh my god, we can put Toad. What's his name?
Don't turn it into a swamp, please.
Well, I will say we'll be experiencing a serious dearth of ensorcelled birds.
Oh, true.
You'll receive birds every once in a while. And don't feel bad about sending them to me.
Can they go that far? How far are you going?
I won't be as far as you think.
Okay. Okay, this is for the best, everyone. I'm off the ground.
The 7th question that we all ask together of the deck. Is how is this all going to end?
Are we drawing anything, or are we just
we just asked that question together.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
How is this all going to end?
I forgot a word.
All right, technically speaking, that's the end of chapter 2. So if you need to like grab a water or anything like that, now is the time. And then we're gonna get into trials. So, oh good, everybody's situated. Collect the discard pile from the last chapter and sort it in ascending order, so that the lowest value card is on the top and the highest value card is on the bottom.
The top one flipped over, or the top?
I think it's so that we solve problems
Draw
in
the low
increasing
ones first.
difficulty. Yeah.
Okay. We only have 3 cards in this discard pile.
Wow.
So.
All right.
Estranged coven mates. I'm going to read this section since it matters now. Depending on the twists and turns of fate, one or more of the coven members may no longer be living in the sanctuary. Challenges still capture the attention of the entire coven, no matter how far flung, but we may have to explain how estranged members find out about them, or how they find the time to help. Being estranged doesn't mean that they never visit. All it means is that the coven is no longer their primary focus. We still solve problems with we still solve challenges with wisdom or true magic. We can still fall prey to follies. And we have a new mechanic. We can learn from the past. We can tell us how this challenge presents you with an opportunity to repeat one of your follies, how you realize, resist, and alter the pattern this time around, and what this change might mean moving forward. Then, cross out that folly and recover a stricken but not blackened source. We should use this new option wisely. It does not solve challenges, and we can still only use one option per challenge. We should make sure we gather our wisdom and our wisdom cards for the finale.
Oh, I'm scared. Oh my god.
I would like to suggest that we fast forward at least a year in time. Like, I know you, Jenny, is going to be gone for a while, but I think I'd like to see where they're at after a little bit of time, just the two of them in the sanctuary.
Okay.
All right.
I'm also, if we fall prey to folly, do we still get wisdom?
Yeah.
Okay, because we may only have one thing then.
Oh. I guess where would
Because we
you
only
draw?
have 2 cards in our challenge deck.
I don't know. I guess
we just came through the world like a bunch of dumbasses and
Well, hey, this is a story influenced by fate.
By fate.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe we, maybe we don't fall prey to folly. Maybe we learn from the past instead of that, right? Like, who knows?
Yeah.
We got to see what the challenges are.
Yeah, it's all challenge dependent in my eyes.
True. All right, well, our first challenge, 2 of coins.
And are these from the same challenge section we were reading before?
Yes, but there won't be any repeats because these were wisdom cards that we spent.
Yeah.
So we never read these before.
The sun reads this one.
Genius. That's me. I'm on my way.
That's me.
Okay. The coven's finances have been out of balance for some time, and we must finally decide what to sacrifice. Everyone who has a wisdom card, Everyone who has a wisdom card must discard one due to worry. Perhaps we've been too generous or too self-indulgent, or we've spent too much attention on our personal projects and not enough on productive labor. Every coven mate must admit one way in which they are responsible for our shortfall, and then we can ask ourselves, how do we pay off our debts?
Well, I know how I'm responsible for the shortfall.
Please share.
Because I decided to pay off everybody's taxes with Eurovision winnings. And therefore sent the economy into a boom that was unsustainable. Well, now we've fast forwarded a year and thus hit the boundary of those Eurovision winnings. So
what are you discarding?
Can I pick which one to discard?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, you must discard one, so
I'm going to pick my least valuable one.
I mean, that's what I'm about to do.
I'm going to pick my ace of coins.
You grab my 2 out of there for me as well.
And these go in the box?
Yeah, they're discarded. Or I don't know if it matters to have a discard pile separate from the box. It doesn't say to put them back in the box yet. It just says to discard them.
My question is, do they go back in the challenge deck?
I don't think so.
Okay,
that's a
I'm
good
getting
question. If we're hungry for more challenges. Yeah, discard my 2.
Then you can have one of my 2 aces.
Ooh, nice.
Because those count as ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lilia, what did you do to contribute to the...
Well, I think a lot of this is tied up in a light besmirching campaign against me. When I said no to this job, I think it was akin to if someone, personally, I think it's akin to if someone was running around besmirching Greta Thunberg because she didn't want to go to a grand opening of an oil rig or something. That's how I feel in this scenario. I'm being besmirched for no reason. I'm still here to help all these people, but all these people are like, no, you're not
You should have helped only us.
No, even like the locals are like, well, something was up if you didn't go straight to the palace, so clearly you're not as good. And they libeled my name all
Ooh.
over town. So this is my first real professional hiccup, and I don't know what it's like to not have money coming in, because I've had money coming in the door since the day I was 14. And now I can't get anyone to hire me. No one trusts me anymore. The fuck?
Eugenia ran up a little tab for these gatherings that Peter used to cover. But I would like to solve this problem with some of my wisdom. I'd like to offer up, unfortunately, it'll have to be my 7 since I had to discard my 2, so I can't do a 2 and a 4. But I would like to offer up a 7 and say that Eugenia sends an ensorcelled bird to tell you all. It just says you may sell the belongings in my room. Best of luck. See you soon, E.
I'm not selling her belongings.
She gave no further details.
That sounds like
I
she's never
assume that you
back.
wrote her about the debt.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't want to sell your belongings.
If I'm going to sell any of these belongings, I'm going to need a detailed, itemized tier list of which ones mean the most to you.
There's a lot of going back and forth with these birds.
These birds are going to be exhausted if they could be.
They're ghost birds now.
Thank God they're magic. Thank God they're all dead.
Somehow.
Okay, I have decided I'm not going to scam the system for this. I'm not going to sell all Eugenia's belongings, even though I have her blessing to do it. Instead, I'm going to host a bake sale.
Oh.
Good, honest bake sale.
Okay.
And I don't know if it'll be fortune bearing, but I'm gonna get into contract work, and my contract is baking.
What?
Right.
I don't know what that represents.
What?
To be honest with you,
I feel like I feel like this is learning from the past. I feel like you're
because I'm not exploiting the Eurovision system.
Yeah,
that's true. Okay, yes, I'm doing good, honest work. I'm not trying to scam anybody. I'm not trying to delay the payments because I've seen how that works out.
And like mechanically speaking, we know that we've solved the problem. So like as we do this collective storytelling, we know that we can get to a place where we have enough money. So maybe it's like you've learned from the past, you do this bake sale. Even if your bake sale doesn't make enough money, then Lilia and
then I sell the
Eugenia
book I read in your room.
Exactly. Like then we've discussed what is most saleable.
By then you and Lilia have
the bird has flown.
Yeah.
Lilia, what are you doing for this challenge?
To solve this challenge, so my initial thought was one of my former follies is to ignore the wisdom of one of my coven mates. And I've done that before. And I feel like this time I'm not going to do that. And since I don't know which items are in your highest value tier, I'm going to write to you. And I'm going to wait for a response. The tax man can wait a couple days.
The tax man's going to be getting some brownie money.
I figure I'm like, Eugenia's cool. Like, she must have some valuables in there in a way that I don't.
Okay, so that means you both get to strike a folly. You've learned from the past, and you get to recover a stricken source.
Hell yeah.
This is growth, as the kids say.
Is it stricken or blackened?
You cannot recover anything that's blackened.
Okay. So
I don't have anything that's blackened yet.
Neither do I.
I got loads of blackened stuff.
I know. I feel like I should have leaned more into blacking things out. Oh well.
Well,
I don't know what to
just,
Oh, I'll unstrike I fight for what is right.
Oh,
So you do fight for what is
I
right
do fight for
again.
what is right
that's
again.
growth. Oh, I like this game.
I'm gonna unstrike all things that grow because I trust nature again. Because I've spent a lot more time with it since the people have shunned and besmirched me.
Well, and
So
you stuck up for nature. You said, no, I'm not going to live in the city. I'm going to stay with
that's
nature.
that's also true. That is so true. You're so right. Yeah. Yep. That's what happened.
Ugh. Women.
Look at us.
Growth, besties.
Look at us. Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought?
What's our next challenge? We solved it. We did it. We solved taxes. Great.
All right, our next challenge is the 8 of Swords.
Ooh.
The 8 of Swords.
8 of Swords.
Oh, the Magician. That's me. Uh-oh.
The
Wait,
magician.
do we
I'm
have
around
to-
again, everybody.
Uh-oh.
I've been arrested
Oh, God!
and
Come
imprisoned
on.
in the castle dungeons. The old soul will tell us of what crimes I have... What the hell? The old soul will tell us of what crimes I stand accused, and the pure heart will tell me whether I am innocent. If we can clear my name or solve my legal standing, we solve the challenge. If I have to break out, we fail. So what's the plan?
You've absolutely been arrested for defrauding the kingdom.
Innocent! That's open to interpretation.
Thank you. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, counselor.
Oh my god, 8 times 3
Your
is
Honor.
24.
Your Honor, here's the deal. Your Honor, I just trained our lovely vocal soldiers to deliver the best performance of their lives.
Wow.
That's all. They just gave an award-winning performance at an award competition. Where is the crime?
That's artistic expression. I'm not there, but
Are you telling me, Your Honor, that you don't believe that the good people of our nation could...
In a point of
Deliver such a
clarity, the
performance?
judge points out that not only should you be standing for distributing money in this manner from this Eurovision thing, but in fact, you are currently standing here because of your late and defrauded payments. Though you've paid them. Though you have paid them.
I'm going to be honest, Your Honor, I didn't know what defrauding meant. And
defaulted payments, defrauding the government in giving the entire people and then collapsing the economy, but defaulting on some of your payments prior to settling up.
Okay.
that's just kind of taking their money, though, right? Defrauding,
Yeah.
taking money through fraud. You can't
Nevertheless, you're in a mess because of all of our financial shenaniganery,
You know-
I think.
Will you punish the people of this good nation for paying their taxes? Is that what you're about to do, Your Honor? Because I could have just not paid them at all.
The judge implies that they will only be punishing you.
So,
Since the king wants to
I'm
make
the
us, or
only
excuse me, the
person-
lieutenant wants to make a spectacle of the person who decided that taking money from a lyrics was going to solve the problems in the kingdom.
Didn't it solve the problem for a
No,
little
it
bit?
collapsed the economy.
It was a hot, steaming Band-Aid.
It collapsed the economy. There are beggars in the street.
Okay.
Well,
Here's
I don't know
something.
what to tell you. Okay.
I'm breaking into the courtroom. I'm breaking in.
I like that you weren't just there.
I was late.
Break into the courtroom.
I was late.
Break
because
in.
I've never assembled a dossier like the one I have in front of me today.
You've had practice now that you've been besmirched in assembling dossiers.
Well, and I've had practice in figuring out what tier every one of you Jenny's belongings have been on. So I'm compiling all of our correspondence, which is lengthy. And I am going to put it in a beautiful leather-bound book. I am going to break into the courtroom, and I'm going to say, Your Honor, Gigi's payment wasn't late. Gigi did everything in her power to pay the bill on time. And you know what I did? I put up a lot of red tape that we had to cut through. And that's why it's late. It's all by the fault of me. So you got to let her go because this is the opposite of justice. And you wouldn't want that graffitied, all across town.
All right, mechanically, what's happening?
Mechanically, I really don't know what I'm doing.
Are you going to use true magic? Because remember, you can use magic, you can fall prey to a folly, you can use wisdom, or you can learn from the past.
Do we think that I could use true magic to make... Should I use true magic in this scenario? Yes, I will get out of this. But can I do it in such a way that makes Lilia's dossier, because one of my powers is awesomely compelling, is inspiring awe. So I want to make Lilia's dossier the most awe-inspiring, compelling document that any lawyer anywhere would look at, any judge.
Are you
on
also
any
luck
bench.
magic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any judge on any bench would look at and say, cleared of all charges. Thank you for your service to this community.
Yeah. What are you striking in the process?
I guess I'm gonna strike back out for what is right, because that didn't feel very for what is right. So we're doing a lot of treadmill growth.
It depends on how you define what's right, though, right? Because just because it's legal doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah.
Or what about this? This is better, actually. I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna strike afraid.
You're no longer
deep
afraid.
Down, I am afraid. I'm striking that.
All right.
I like that.
Because my friend came in and said I had no probable cause.
Incredible.
I've been watching a lot of SVU.
Lilia, what are you doing with this one?
Well, this is interesting because this was going to be a folly. It really was. It was going to be making a humble offer that was rejected. But my humble offer was magic-fied.
It wasn't rejected. It was accepted.
Yeah, but that wasn't on me, I feel like. That can't be a learning moment.
It can be. You made an offer that was worth it. You've edited the way that you approach these situations. Lilia has learned how to read a room.
By letting magic happen without going, hey, magic's happening.
Hey,
okay.
Alert.
All right, I guess I'm learning from a mistake. God, I'm coming out of this.
Also, I wouldn't call this a humble offer either. Like, this is, you risked your own life and limb walking into this.
Well, my humble offer
You could have also gotten arrested.
A dossier.
You could have also gotten fully arrested.
Yeah, wow. Okay. So
I would have had nothing to channel my magic into if you didn't have a dossier that you had made.
So I unstrike something?
Yeah. You get rid of that folly and unstrike something.
Oh my god, what if I have nothing that I want to unstrike? I only have 2 stricken things. It's that I'm healthy and innocent. So either all of a sudden I guess
I think you get your health back.
I can sleep at night again.
I don't know.
All right. We're full of health again because I'm fucking sleeping.
Because we're not in debt? We're not in crippling debt?
How do you guys tell Eugenia about this? And when do you tell Eugenia about this?
Well, the way I would do it is I would send back this dossier and highlight everything I had to sell and just, leave unhighlighted what remains. And then I'm going to say, thank you.
And I'll put a sticky note on the front that says, isn't this awe-inspiring?
And I'm going to send a little gifty gift with it. a little jar.
The ensorcelled bird flies away, like, under the weight of this dossier and present.
Yeah. It's a little jar of, like, jalapeno balm.
I am also gonna learn from the past then. As I receive all of these things, I think Eugenia, rather than scoffing at the foolishness, chiding the foolishness of her coven mates, this worked, right? She gets the highlights. I'm gonna strike that folly, and I'm going to become lively again.
Oh! Yay!
Yay! We do.
Sorry.
We do look like starbursts.
What?
We're dressed like starbursts.
Oh, cute! We're cute.
Yellow ones are my favorite.
I lost my eraser.
Like the red one's the best.
I think the pink one's the best.
I'm not wearing red, but orange is a good.
Gosh darn it.
I was close.
There's nothing even red that I can throw you.
I was looking for a freaking eraser.
Hello on the couch.
Oh, that didn't work.
Red.
Is this our last challenge?
I guess it's orange.
I don't know. This might be our last challenge. Crazy.
So you both learned from the past.
Yeah.
So we have one more challenge. Oh, thanks, Danny. I feel seen. We have one more challenge. And here it is. The Sovereign of Cups. Oh, this is going to be an emo one. This is going to be one of the ones where we actually have to argue with each other.
Oh no. Which one is the sovereign?
King, I believe. Oh no, Queen.
Am I the star? You're the star.
Let me just make sure, but I think it's Queen.
I'm the sun.
I'm the sun.
I'm the star.
Great. Either one of these is you.
If the two of you have the same number of struck sources, I'll tell each of you what you can learn from the other, and if you agree, you'll draw a wisdom card and I'll cross out one of your follies. And either way, we pass the challenge. If one of you has more struck sources than the other, we'll both strategize on how to restore you. And if we can spend 13 wisdom between the two of us, we'll recover one of your struck sources. Otherwise, we fail the challenge. So I think Eugenia definitely has more struck sources, right?
At this point, I only have 2 that are restorable. I have 2 blackened and 2 struck.
I have 1 struck.
Okay.
Oh, well.
So we can spend 13 wisdom between the two of us, right? And recover one of those.
How much total wisdom do you have, out of curiosity?
Oh God, math.
I'm also gone, so this will be interesting.
I have 57.
42, 47. 55. I'm so bad at math. Oh my God. 61. 71. 74.
Oh my God.
82. 89.
What the fuck? You have 89 and I have 57?
Well, I've also gotten lucky where I could like discard like low ones.
Wow. Okay.
So. But do you have like another ace or something? Because I can put in.
I do have another ace. Yes, I do.
Wait, do you have a? Let me see if I have a sovereign.
I have an ace, a 2, a 3.
Oh, 2. Can we do the 2?
3, another 3.
I'll spend my 11 and you spend your 2.
Yeah. All right.
The options that you have, which ones to restore, because I'm curious about how you decide to do this as you roleplay the restoration. The 2 things that I have struck are honorable, like are deep down I am honorable, and deep down I am unsure. I have struck both of those things.
I think we'll give you back unsure. That's my instinct.
Oh my God, my instinct was honorable.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Wait, what was your logic?
My logic is that selfishly, I think that security is what drove her away. That she knew too much about her world as it was.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And I think that you can learn more from being uncertain than you can from being in a place of certainty, or a place with a lack of unsure.
It also makes sense that, like, if she went away for this, like, knowledge-seeking quest, right? A lot of times you find more questions than answers once you start digging into something.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with that.
I think the way that this happens is we send you back another bird that just has a bunch of, like, thought experiment questions on it.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
You can tell that the two of us spent so much time coming up with these questions.
Really, and one of them is like the problem about, like, the goat behind the 3 doors.
I was gonna say the chicken or the egg.
Oh, also that's definitely on there. Like, can you find out with magic? And then also a bunch of stuff, like there's an addendum, an appendix at the end that's just like a bunch of listed items of, wouldn't it be cool if, like, you could listen to your iPhone in the shower, but not that, obviously. You know,
Hey, shower speakers.
That's where I
with it. I bought one. That's my little plug for the week.
Anyway, so you get that in the mail.
Yeah, I think rather than, like, the easy thing that would happen is, like, one of those things is right? One of those things makes her ask a bunch of questions and, like, makes her unsure again. I think it's the action of this having happened that makes Eugenia feel like more change is possible than she ever thought. If the two of you are sitting down and trying to look at all of the ways that magic can change the world.
And I think that also, like, marks a change in us that we would be, well, and also I think represents how invested we are in our relationship with you, even from afar.
Yeah.
So then we're like, wait a minute, was it the right thing to do to leave, or was it the...
And she's still, like, you know, it's been a year of studying, right? And she's still, like, doing her studies and stuff and finding out what she needs to find out. But it does kind of restore that question of, like, wait, did I make the right decision? And then being like, well, no, yes, I'm doing the right thing. I've already started. I have to finish this. But, like, actually being like, oh, shit. Oh, no. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, my God. That's the last challenge.
Oh my god! Woo!
Okay, so
I'm scared.
the finale. The finale. When the last challenge in the challenge deck is resolved, it's time for us to each flip the last cards in our inevitable fates. These challenges can only be solved with wisdom and only by the player who drew them. Whoever, all right, we gotta flip them all and find out who's who, because we go based on who has drawn them.
Okay, you want to flip yours first?
Yes, mine is the tower.
You will go last.
Wow.
Mine is death.
To determine the fate of the underworld, you will go second.
Oh my god.
Ooh. And yours is judgment.
I will go first to determine the fate of the kingdom.
Holy moly. All
right, what is it? It's death?
I feel like
it's
judgment. I feel like we played this game caring a lot more about our relationship as coven mates than we did about any of the politics.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting if we play again, you know, like, and I want to see what is different about it as we play in, like, more modern settings, like urban fantasy and, like, and the cyberpunk one. Okay. Oof. The kingdom's leaders are finally coming to blows, fangs bared and chest and claws bloodied. The player to my right, let's go. Corson will tell us what the final straw was, and Katie will tell us what horrors will befall the kingdom if I do not intervene. This challenge takes 20 wisdom to solve, plus another wisdom for each point of ignorance, poverty, and despair, plus another 10 wisdom if the kingdom is at war, which it is. Right?
We are at war, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're still at war, but we're only at war on one front. And we have poverty at 1 and despair at 1. So that means that this takes 34.
Oh, 34?
32?
I think 32. 1 point for each point of despair.
Oh, yeah. 1 point for each point of ignorance, poverty, or despair.
Wait, for my own self, what page is this?
It's 38 in this book, but I don't know how helpful that is.
That is very helpful.
Oh,
wait, I don't have a 38.
Yeah.
Never mind. Interesting. Okay. Where are these challenges?
It looks like it's in the interpretation section, I think.
It is in the interpretation section, just before the Book of Alternate Interpretations.
It's on 116.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay.
So it costs 32 wisdom to solve.
Yep.
But we have to set it up first.
But yeah.
Okay.
But Corson, what was the final straw between the kingdom's leaders? And Katie, what will befall the kingdom if I do not intervene?
I think let's see. I think that the final straw for some reason my mind keeps coming back to like an assassination attempt.
Ooh, I love that.
And I don't know whether or not it was successful. So if somebody has an instinct as to whether or not it was successful, we can run with that. But I think like there was a thread on Darius Downing's life or something like that.
I mean, is it crazy to suggest that Peter offed his brother?
No, I love that. I love that. And then Illyric saw a moment of weakness and was like, "Oh, now's the moment to strike because their leadership is in shambles."
Yeah, you're so right.
So then what Katie, paint me a picture of what horrors will befall the kingdom if I, Eugenia, do not intervene.
First of all, not one, but both brothers. They'll be dead. Both of them. They'll both be dead. All the statues torn down. All of their literature burned. And personally, they will force people to serve government jobs even if they don't want to. And
that seems kind of close to home.
Yeah, for me, that can't stand personally. But I think for you, yeah, it's that they're gonna destroy like everything, like all of our culture, all of our history, all of our knowledge, and it'll just be gone. Like if they get their goal, like all of the leaders will be gone. Probably most of the population will die by like poverty because these new people aren't gonna give a shit if we have beggars on the streets. Like it's gonna be bad.
So let me tell you how I saved the kingdom. And what its future holds.
Oh my god.
I have enough wisdom to solve this problem.
Hell yeah.
I think at this point I'm gonna fast forward us a little further. I think it's been 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
It's been long enough that time has passed, Peter has grown. Perhaps he started a new relationship with someone he actually cares about, or who he thinks cares about him.
Beatrice.
She's sort of led him down this path, Lady Macbeth style.
Wow.
I think word comes via bird with a letter or without, right? Because I can see the future. I'm throwing bones, I'm learning about things, and I'm doing ghost magic. And I find myself summoning a ghost of a man I've last spoken to in person.
Oh.
With Darius Downing in my study, right?
Uh-oh.
I think I get the lowdown, and I think Eugenia is so sad. I think like in the microcosm of like she's grown in a lot of these ways, right? And like seen people coming to her and to you all and all these things, and she deep down still has hope for the future, right? So like as Darius is like, you know, big hot air filled with all of these horrible things that will happen, I am going to instead use my magic, and I'm going to travel to the kingdom. I'm going to travel to the castle. I'm going to go see Peter. Eugenia does not believe that she was wrong in any of their arguments and still internally stands by these things. However, I view people as puppets now.
Oh,
right.
You do.
Uh-oh. And I'm going to celebrate the rightful place of Peter Downing as king. I'm going to create a beautiful celebration throughout the kingdom. And I'm going to, over the course of planning that celebration and apologizing to him for our miscommunication, I'm going to restore myself as confidant to Peter. I'm going to reveal to him that his wife has been manipulating him. And I saved the kingdom by walking this woman into a trap.
Holy
By conjuring spirits to haunt her for her misdeeds of all of the young men whose lives she's cost as the kingdom has gone to war again over her ridiculous machinations for a man who does not want to be king. And I'm going to use my celebration magic in the meantime to be like, woo, yay, parties, and then at night haunt them into doing the right thing.
Wow.
And so I think Eugenia, for the next couple of years, keeps kind of her thumb on the scales of the kingdom to make sure that Peter's doing the right thing.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
On the bright side, I think that means she may need to live a little bit closer to the palace.
We kept your bedroom
still free.
Yeah, we kept your bedroom all set up. We didn't sell your bed or anything, even though you told us to.
You put that in the lower tier list, but frankly, I wasn't going to drag it outside. I am puny.
I could have dragged it outside, but I didn't want to.
I told her not to. I said, if I can't do it, I'm the project manager here.
That is correct. That's absolutely
I think that she does cry a little. I think her eyes well a little bit. I also think like there's just something really delightful about the fact that like her sort of moment in the sun here ends with she's not honorable. We've struck honorable, and the gang elected to restore a lack of certainty rather than honorable. And I think that like she's like, yeah, I'll keep my thumb on the scales. I'll keep us all having a great time. And maybe that's what future magic is.
I think we all could use a little less honor here at this table.
At this point, yeah. Who decides what honor is anyway?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Certainly not Peter anymore.
Yeah.
It's certainly not that judge. Anyway, sorry, what? What were we talking about?
You're about to determine the fate of the underworld with death.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do I need to spend your wisdom, or do I just...
I think my wisdom is shot. I think I no longer need it because we're going to end the game after this. I think each of us has to solve these problems by our own.
Okay.
Is it your turn next?
I think so.
Hoo-wee.
The underworld is out of balance, its denizens amuck, and its menace bubbling up into the mortal world above. I must travel there and set things right. The player to my left will tell us how the barrier between worlds has changed, and the player to my right will tell us what surprise. So who did we decide was on my right?
You can just
Oh.
choose. I just arbitrarily chose.
So Claire's to my left. So Claire, you'll tell us how the barrier between worlds has changed, and Katie, you'll tell us what surprise the ruler of that place has in store for me. This challenge takes 20 wisdom to solve, plus 5 for every source I've struck or blackened, plus another 10 if we failed to solve the judgment challenge. If I solve the challenge with wisdom, I'll tell you how I restore the natural order once and for all, and whether I return unscathed. If I can't, fill my underworld claims track and turn to the appropriate page on the interpretation guide. The game is over. Luckily, I have like
A lot of wisdom.
I shit you not, I just got goosebumps while you were reading that. I don't know if you can see them, but I literally have goosebumps.
Oh my god, should I become a voice actor? Just kidding.
Yeah, obviously. Okay. The mirrors are moving. They're no longer stable anywhere.
It's like a water droplet, like
it's like it's that, and then when you look in the mirror and when you focus on it, your mirrored self is no longer pretending. They're not pretending to be you anymore. They're in the mirror, like, trying to get out.
Ugh. Great.
Yeah, and I think what the underworld leader,
Byzantine, Lord of the Faith,
Lord of the Faith has for you is why Byzantine has chosen you. One may never fully know, but remember that culprit you couldn't find?
Boy, do I. Can't forget him.
You're gonna have to do a face-to-face battle royale that has the fate of the world in its hands, okay?
Can I add something?
Yes.
I would like to make a suggestion, and Corson, feel free to shoot this down if this isn't vibing with who Gigi is chasing after. Is it your doppelganger?
I think it might be. It might be. And I have a very specific idea of how this plays out. So I'm going to solve this with wisdom. Let me make sure I have enough, because I have 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's not struck. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 40 wisdom that it takes, which I think I have.
Oh, yeah.
I hope so.
Oh yeah, I absolutely have it, because I only spent 11 last time, and I had 82
really
or something.
Stockpiled way too much wisdom. That's okay.
We wanted to be wise.
Yeah.
We were very scared.
We were just so excited to fall prey to our follies, I think is what it really was. Okay, so here's what happens. So, as we have established early on in this game, a whisper in my ear has been telling me I'm the rightful prince of hell. Right?
Oh, right!
Yeah. The little whispers, they've been suppressed. But one night I go to bed, I lay my head on my silken pillow, and the whispers return. Now, I've grown pretty comfortable with these whispers. We kind of have a rapport, a repartee, if you will. And finally, that night, they claim me and drag me down into the pits of the underworld, where I'm stuck in a labyrinthine maze of mirror and fluid and uncertainty. Well, I waltz, knowing all the things, knowing the power in uncertainty that I have just delivered to Eugenia with the help of my sibling. I go through this maze, letting the magnetism of the universe pull me in the direction I feel I'm supposed to go. Standing at the end of the maze is Byzantine holding this just absolutely glassy orb in his hands, crackling like a Tesla coil, looking like a little bitch.
Wow.
And I, in my blaze of glory, act of violence, whatever, just send an absolute death glare to him. I've never confronted him face to face, but I do think that in this moment, I assassinate him and send the power back to the rightful mirror holders, which is the non-doppelgangers. Every mirror in the kingdom shatters.
Yes.
All at once.
Every mirror shatters all at once.
It's so
my
terrifying.
God.
And then the orb in Byzantine's hand shrinks and sucks him inside of it and rolls around like a ping pong ball on the floor.
Ooh.
And then I take my little Louboutin encrusted heel and I stamp on it. And just like stepping on a little helpless, defenseless creature, it shatters under my foot. And I'm transported back upstairs, if you will. And I wake up, and finally, it's quiet. That's my story.
Wow.
Oh my God.
No edit.
No notes.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
All right. The tower.
The tower. The tower.
This involves Corson and I answering questions from you in tandem. So we have to say how we really think our characters feel as Katie asks these questions.
All right. Oh, and I'm asking all of them. Okay. So, okay, get ready.
Okay.
Will both of you answer me truthfully? Will we live together in the sanctuary forever?
Yeah.
No.
That's one. Do we have anything left to teach each other?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there more left to our story?
Always.
There has to be.
Do you love me?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow! Only one no! 5 extra wisdom to take. Or no, 5 total 5 total wisdom.
Oh my God.
All right, only 5 total wisdom to take, which I don't have a lot of wisdom, but I do have that.
See, I feel like had our story focused more on the relationship between us and the kingdom or us and the underworld, this would have been a more expensive question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's my 5 wisdom. Wow, if I solve this challenge, I'll tell you how the sanctuary continues on with or without us and how our wisdom and magic passes on to its new coven. If I can't, the sanctuary will lie empty and all knowledge of our art is lost. We, the players, should separate and sit in silence. Either way, the game is complete.
Oh my God.
Here's the thing. I'm solving this challenge. You know I'm solving this challenge. I think I haven't left. I have no intentions on leaving. I'm not going to lie to you. Lilia learned from the plants and she put a root somewhere and she's rooted, you know. So she's personally staying. So the magic will, if nothing else, live on through her presence because it's going to be hard to evict her. Even if she's the last one left and someone really wants me out, it's going to be really hard. I think that Gigi, correct me if I'm wrong for any of this. I'm just talking like immediate aftermath of all this shit. You stay on. I think after your research, your sabbatical is over, Eugenia, you rejoin us. And I think that the months where we're all 3 back together, that's like Pax Romana for the kingdom, and everything's thriving. Everything's thriving based on like the new shit we've all learned, the new harmony in our space. I've made everyone tier rank all of their belongings, and I've really helped with some home improvement projects. And I think we're all here. And yeah, I really think we're entering a golden age. And whether that lasts the rest of our lives, I don't know. But for now, I'm glad I'm not being besmirched left and right anymore. I'm not smelling the scent of death everywhere I turn. I can focus on some perfume based magic, and I think things are looking up here. I'm just gonna say it. Things are looking up. If anyone has other specifics, feel free to add.
The only reason why Eugenia said no to that is because she is the sort of person who thinks nothing lasts forever. So I think
That's
once
fair.
she gets back, you're absolutely right. Like, she does stay.
She thought the operative word was live.
Yeah, basically. Or forever, like live forever, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's all a
I
matter of syntax.
I do
Yeah.
wonder if a long ways into the future, like I'm talking 20, 30, 40, 50 years, as they're all older, I do think there comes a time where Eugenia gently suggests to Gigi that they should leave the train car to Lilia for
I was
new
going to suggest the same thing.
Wow!
for new witches.
Holy moly.
Where you're no longer the pure heart, you become the old soul.
Ah! Is that possible? I don't know.
Well, you
I
tell
don't know.
me, did you have time and disappointment? That's all it was supposed to take, right?
Well, time. Yeah. Disappointment, I guess. Well, we can ignore that right now because we're in a Pax Romana. I just remembered
Yes.
that history word.
Uh,
I don't actually know what that means. It means peace something.
The Roman era of peace. There
Oh.
was a golden period. No wars were breaking out. The emperor was thriving, or the empire was thriving, I think. I don't know. I'm sorry if my high school history teacher is watching this.
is
I'm
there
butchering all the things you love.
anything that anyone else would like to add?
I feel like we rounded that out pretty damn nice.
The game is over. Whether we found a peaceful ending or the world has fallen down around our ears, we should take some measures now to clear the boundaries between the Coven's world and ours. Thanking one another. We've just done a lot of creative work together. It's important to acknowledge and thank each other for that. Sometimes gratitude is best expressed through joy and sorrow and excitement. So we should take a moment to talk about the game and what resonated with us. Be sure, as you put the cards away, to thank your tarot deck as well. We'll make sure to clean up not just the game components, but also any drinks, snacked, furnitures, blah, blah, blah. We would hate to be poor guests. And the very last thing is when the game is put away and the space is clean, we've talked ourselves out. We have one final question to ask. But in the meantime, what did you guys think of the game?
Wow.
Blast.
I liked it.
This is my favorite kind of, well, this is one of my favorite kinds of RPGs, I think, is like, it's so iterative. like anything that you say is just like, hell yeah, which I love. I think that's so much fun.
There's not like a whole like world. Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff at the top, but I think that's helpful having it all in its own chapter because like it can be a lot to like set out a world ahead of time, but I like also that it was just like pointing us to specific resources and like features that
there's
could,
really good
like,
touch
very
points.
clearly, yes, touch points that you establish at the beginning. And like personally, I left that first session, I was like, I am not going to remember the details of this world that we built, but it didn't even super end up mattering because it's not like yeah, there were some things at the end that we had to have like good recall about. Like, are we at war?
Yeah, and like some of the things come up and some of them don't, right? Like we had a charismatic merchant that was, we had Davis, but we didn't really meet Davis. Like they were just sort of, or she was just kind of like there as an option, right? So there were ones that we kind of picked up on and ones that we didn't. which I think is like great.
Yeah, like I like that it gives you a lot of options. I didn't constantly feel like, oh my god, well I have to talk about this thing again because it's my only like entry point here. And obviously, like we came up with our own truths and realities as well, which obviously help. But I think having all those decided at the beginning, but then not like no pressure to like memorize every single one.
And I love world building being a part of the game.
Yeah.
I think that's something that every campaign of everything and every game of everything should always include.
Yeah, well, and I like the spirit of like, I love that we've been doing GM-less games recently. I just think it's really fun. And like, don't get me wrong, I love GMing, I love making worlds, blah blah blah, whatever. But I also love nothing more when I'm running a game than when someone like Katie is like, yeah, Lyndon Kennedy, yes, those Kennedys, my family is wealthy and this is what they're like, and these are my 7 brothers, this is all of their names, this is how that family is structured, this is how the house is, this is my history with these people, this is how this part of the socioeconomic class works. Like, it's like amazing, great, I want that. I want it to be communal experience.
That's something I think as a group of 3 we're all pretty good at, is having a very clear sense of character and flexibility, like commitment to improvising within that character. So like any question comes up and you know the answer because you're like, oh, of course, I like, it could be nothing else.
Yeah, like I didn't want to leave, but I was like, she has to go, I don't know.
Yeah.
As soon as I read that, I was like, no, Jenny
She's
would
absolutely
leave.
going.
Yeah, she would leave. I was like, maybe. No, yeah. The other thing that I want to make sure that we talk about is it's wild how well, like, the tarot system is very cool to use in general. It's wild to me, the inevitable fates structure of like I'm thinking specifically about the last cards, right? Like, and the way that it works, that you tell these stories with these characters, and then like, of course that's who faced each thing, right? Of course Eugenia dealt with the kingdom while Gigi dealt with the underworld while Lilia dealt with the sanctuary. Like, of course. But that wasn't like like for those at home, like we shuffled those decks and dealt them out with each person, right? And like, and so you get that sort of like, right? Like, and the thing is, like, if we read that card and it had been dealt to, like, if the kingdom one had been dealt to Gigi, we would have framed the issue as totally differently than we did for Eugenia. But like, it just worked out so perfectly that I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, and the underworld thing too. Like the fact that went to Gigi when Gigi was the one who really ended up with the relationship with the underworld. I mean, Eugenia had like, I think, one encounter that was underworld based, maybe.
Yeah.
And I don't think Lilia had anything.
We didn't get a lot of cards. We ended up with those as like our dealable wisdom cards more than we got challenged by them, which I think is the other interesting thing about replayability of this game, both because you're inventing new characters and new kingdoms and whatnot, and like I said, there's a cyberpunk and an urban fantasy setting that I really want to play both of and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But like, it's so replayable because you just never know what challenges are going to face your particular coven. And also, like, I would be interested in playing with a coven that is really invested in politics, and then also with one that's like really against it, and like see what happens when you, because we only failed one or two challenges, I think. Like, I think we found a way to pass most of the challenges, and I wonder what the game is like if you end up with a coven of witches that's more like, I don't know, this swords challenge, I'm gonna let this kingdom go a little bit, or like if they let it go further before they try to start to fix it or something like that. Because obviously the game ends if the kingdom ends up in too much disarray, or if the underworld ends up too, whatever, but I'm curious about that, so.
Yeah, and I think I was playing a little cautiously in that regard. I mean, obviously I hoarded all that wisdom.
I mean, we all did. Like, it made sense for that group of people too, to be like, because we were close enough to the kingdom, we were close enough to these problems. Also, like, this is a group of women who cared about each other a lot, and like, I think a coven that was more just like, oh no, we've happened upon each other and it's safest to be, like, if we were playing in a world where it's more dangerous to be a witch or something like that, like, I don't think we established it as like, they're coming for us energy. So I
No,
do like
people
wonder.
thought it was cool. They came to all your parties.
Yeah,
and-
right. Like we started with local goodwill and just kind of
Yeah.
ran with that vibe.
Yeah.
Which I think is good. Like I'm not super interested in telling like deep persecution stories or anything, but I do just wonder about like what the game is like if you're a group of witches that's more like I don't want to talk to the regular people like
Right.
for whatever reason.
Right, or a group of witches whose sole priority is that relationship with the underworld and making sure that the underworld doesn't overthrow the material plane or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like if that was the case, right, and you're dealing with planar conflict,
Yeah.
and then you have this like absolutely plebeian like tax problem, you're
And
like,
so
"Fuck
much of that
I
goes
don't
with
like
the
it."
deck,
You're
right?
around.
Like so much of that is what you're drawing first and what big heavy hitter challenges you get first, because I feel like those are the ones that we kind of latched onto, right? Or like the Eurovision one of like, oh god, oh no.
No, that's also so part of it, and it's like the cards are the fourth character.
That they are,
But
see, as evidenced by our little card cam.
like,
Which I think
seriously,
was
it's why
beautiful.
I'm so particular about like if I'm ever using like physical dice for like D&D characters, like I only use the dice that are like designated for that character. And like I don't know. I think I just think there's something to it. I think I've made this designation for a reason, and whatever happens is gonna happen with this here dice or this deck of cards or whatever. And I think it's really interesting how like the order of things like impacts things, because like we were drawing a lot of big challenges at the beginning. We were drawing
when
all
we had
the
no
big
wisdom
challenges.
to spend.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
which I
That
almost
that
wonder
is probably a huge part of it too, is that all the big challenges we drew were at the beginning, so we couldn't solve them with wisdom because we didn't have any.
Yeah, so we ended up doing so
little-
much magic and striking things out, but
so much
finding
magic
ways
and
to
so many
restore it.
follies. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that all affects it. And even if we were to play like the same game with the same three people, I think whatever the cards came up with would put us in like a totally different setting. And I think part of that goes to just like, I think you guys are both good like improvers. Like you're not gonna play a game the same way.
Well, and like I think it would be fun to play a game where, oh, we're all like living in a basement next to the Super's apartment in Brooklyn.
Well, and
like,
even drawing who, like we didn't pick which person each of
we
us
didn't
would
pick
play.
who we played, yeah.
And that worked like truly so well. Like
yeah,
I think
somehow
obviously we could have done it anyway.
Right.
What was that?
Right. I said somehow it ended up exactly right, like exactly who I would expect each of us to pick to play.
Yeah, which felt right, especially for the first time of playing a game.
Yeah, but I'd be curious, like, to switch up. I guess I could see you also playing the Old Soul or the Wild Spirit. I think that's true for anybody, right?
I think all of us could play all of them, but I feel like this worked out perfectly for our first time playing. And then if the three of us play again, I hope that we draw different cards. We probably will, but also like what you're saying is like playing in the urban fantasy setting of like, yeah, that vibe's gonna be totally different. Like,
of course.
Oh my god.
You know. I've been watching a lot of Sonny Carisi.
Oh no.
Oh, I've been
on SVU.
I've been watching Larry David.
I've also been watching a lot of Larry
of the very last question that closes us out of this game is simply what's next. So Corsten and Katie, I'll give you both a spot to plug anything you want to plug about what's next for you.
Well, for me, I'm going literal what's next. I'm probably gonna put all my stuff away. I have a DVD that's due back at the library tomorrow, so I'm gonna watch that. I have to go back to work tomorrow, so I'll try to get a good night of sleep. I changed my sheets yesterday, so they're clean.
Oh,
the Bears had a blowout today, so that's my plug. That's my football plug. I'm not talking about the Lions today. But the Bears had a blowout. Good for them.
I don't even know what that means.
They just
Demolished.
trounced the Giants.
They did what Georgia did to Michigan.
Yeah. Well, and there's a reason I'm not talking about that, but I'm still in the maze everywhere. Anywho, so that's what's next for me. Yeah.
Next for me, so we have our first Survivor challenge. Will be on Saturday evening. We've got 24 castaways this time on Survivor, so it's kind of fucking insane.
Can you get that many people on an island?
No, you have to do it in tribes, which is good because that's how early Survivor works.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My God, Claire, I thought you were physically asking if you could fit 24 people on an island.
You know you
Claire,
can't.
What?
You actually can't.
Also,
but
are you aware this isn't a video game? Sorry.
I'm gonna shout out.
Yes. I was just gonna ask you.
Channel. And then also I'm gonna be in a new streamed game on my friend Yvette's channel that'll be bi-weekly, so every other week on Sunday afternoons.
What game?
Wow.
Is it D&D?
So we had our session 0 today. It's 5e. And I'm super excited about it. I'm playing a Clockwork Soul sorcerer. I've never played a sorcerer before.
Oh, that's so good.
It's an all hell campaign, so it takes place in the 9 hells. And she's an accountant.
Ooh.
So she hates her job and is looking for a brilliant, flagrant display of quitting. Coming
feel
soon.
free to shout out that Twitch channel as well. If you like.
I will.
Charismatic accountant.
Wild. That's very cool.
My mom's an accountant. Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to Katie's mom.
And a real life accountant.
A real life accountant.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited about that. It's an all women campaign. So
we love that here.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Hell yeah.
I'll
be watching that from work.
Amazing. Yeah, what's next for me is the same as I said at the top, but if you're new here, hello, welcome. We're going to be playing probably another GM-less game on Sunday with this group plus a few more. And then the following Thursday, January 13th, is my birthday. I love birthdays, but things are sad and stressful right now. So I've decided to do a fundraising stream for Brave Space Alliance, which is a really great organization in Chicago that does mutual aid and a bunch of other programming for queer and trans and people of color young people. And they're just really great and I really like them. So I'd like to raise some money for them and celebrate my birthday. And that'll be 8 hours on January 13th. And then we'll be programming back in, hopefully figuring out Tail Trader Season 2 and some other stuff. I want to run a Brindlewood Bay campaign as well. You heard it here first. I want to get me some old ladies in a book club solving some murders. So
book club.
Don't get me started about the movie book club.
Oh
my God. In the meantime, we are gonna head over to Super Dylan's channel. They're streaming some Skyrim, and we'll hang out over there. Make sure you refresh the page. Make sure you use your raid emotes, and thank you so much for hanging out with us and playing this game. Wickedness is very great.
That was very fun.
New Year.
Thrilled.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Bye!
Bye.